Let me start with a simple truth. Most B2B companies are still running the old event playbook long after the playbook has stopped working. You can feel it the moment you walk into a convention hall. The booths look the same. The giveaways are the same. The promises are the same. And the people, half of them are wandering the floor, quietly wondering why they flew across the country for this. But here's the twist. Events aren't the problem. The problem is the assumption that events exist to generate leads. They don't. Not anymore. Today, events are content engines. They're energy, people, conversation, and proximity. The raw ingredients of marketing that you cannot manufacture anywhere else. If you approach a 1 to 3 day event intentionally, you can walk away with enough content to power an entire quarter. Let's break down how to do that properly. Trade shows used to be simple. Show up, scan badges, drop the leads into the funnel, and hope the math works out. But attention has changed. Trust has changed. And the win no longer comes from how many people you can scan. It comes from how many stories you can tell. When you put someone on camera in a moment where they're excited, energized, and surrounded by their peers, you're creating something far more valuable than a lead. You're creating social proof, relationships, and follow-up fuel. Send someone a polished clip of themselves after an event, and suddenly you're not chasing them, they're sharing you. So the question becomes, are you attending events or are you capturing them? Part 2, understanding event archetypes. Before you shoot anything, understand the environment, because each type of event shapes what content you can realistically extract. You've got 4 main archetypes. Number 1, the large conference where you're a sponsor. High traffic, structured schedule, predictable footprint. These are great for interviews, street questions, and customer content. Number 2, a large conference where you're not a sponsor. Scrappier, more mobile. You enter guerrilla mode, quick interviews, fast-moving clips, thought leadership moments. Number 3, owned or co-hosted events. These give you control, better lighting, better audio, deeper conversations, repeatable sets. Perfect for long form. Number 4, periphery events such as dinners, meetups, and site activations. Smaller groups, relaxed energy, ideal for candid moments, micro testimonials, and authentic B-roll. The mistake that most teams make is treating all 4 the same. Know your archetype, and the content practically chooses itself. Section 3, core content formats that actually work. Think in layers, not silos. Short form is your momentum builder. Street interviews, Q&As, playful challenges, quick takes, reaction clips. These capture the energy of the event. They're reactive, spontaneous, vertical, and fast to produce. Long form is your depth builder. Sit-down interviews, thoughtful discussions, podcasts, testimonials, mini documentaries, session recaps. These pieces live far longer and serve your sales team as assets, not just posts. And here's the magic trick. Long form feeds short form. Short form feeds reach. Reach feeds brand, and brand feeds pipeline. This is the content compounding effect, and events are the perfect catalyst. Section 4, what you should not be filming. A quick but important warning. Do not attempt a big budget commercial inside of a live event. You don't have the control, the time, or even the quiet. And more importantly, the event environment adds nothing to that type of video. Focus on what the event uniquely provides. Real people, real energy, real context. Everything else should live in a studio. Section 5, pre-production, the part everyone underestimates. All great event content starts before the cameras turn on. You need strategy. What stories do you want? What formats matter most? Who are your high value targets? And where will these assets be used afterwards? Then logistics. Build your question list, prepare your shot list, block time on your VP's calendars before the event begins. You will not get it later. Identify backup options for loud rooms, bad lighting, and changing schedules. Walk the venue early. Find the spots with clean audio and natural light. Know where to move when things go wrong, because they will. The camera is only as good as the plan behind it. Section 6, on-camera talent. Your real asset, internal talent. Use people who can carry a moment. Sales leaders, charismatic executives, folks with rising personal brands, or anyone who can speak well. External talent. Prioritize customers, speakers, prospects, partners, and influencers. These are your credibility amplifiers. And remember, participation is a gift. You're not asking for a favor. You're offering them world-class content that makes them look sharp online. Most people understand the value of that instantly. Section 7, production setup. Simple, clean, effective. Good audio is the foundation. If audio is bad, nothing else matters. Lavalier mics, boom mics, tapping into venue AV, whatever gives you clean, quiet, consistent sound. In terms of cameras, phones are fine for scrappy content. Vlog cameras are a step above. Mirrorless cameras are the modern standard. Camcorders win for long sections. Drones are great for establishing shots. Keep the lighting simple. Natural light when possible. Softboxes when needed. And use stabilizers like gimbals and tripods. A shaky clip can make a great moment unusable. Section 8, production roles and on-site flow. You don't need a million people. You need the right people. You need a filmer, someone who can handle the technical execution. You need an operations manager, someone who can wrangle schedules as well as humans. You'd want an interviewer or a coach to draw out natural, compelling answers. And finally, you'll want a director, someone who can ensure consistency, quality, and continuity throughout the whole shoot. The daily rhythm is something like scout, set, shoot, shuffle, and repeat. And don't forget to back up your footage constantly. Memory cards are not a storage strategy. Section 9, execution models for any budget. Pick the lane your resources support. Number 1, lean, a phone, a mic, and CapCut. All you need. Highly effective with the right strategy behind it. Number 2, mid-level, a dedicated shooter, an editor, multiple cameras. You get a balanced cost to output ratio. And number 3, premium. This is multiple cameras, behind the scenes capture, cinematic B-roll, documentary style storytelling, maximum impact. There's no right tier, only the one aligned with your goals. Section 10, post-event, where the real leverage kicks in. When the event ends, real work begins. Organize everything. Label files clearly. Review what you captured. Events rarely go exactly as planned. Adjust priorities. Editing is where raw moments become stories. You shape the narrative. You add motion graphics, captions, color grading, sound design. You cut platform-specific versions. This is where the event transforms from a cost center to a content library. Section 11, distribution and amplification. Never dump content into the void. Make versions for LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Share clips with attendees, partners, speakers, influencers. Encourage repost, co-distribute, and use these assets for follow-up. A personalized clip is far more effective than a cold just checking in. Section 12, promotion, before, during, and after. Your content lifecycle begins long before showtime. Before the event, drop hype reels, teasers, and "we'll be there" announcements. During the event, share some quick cuts, behind-the-scenes glimpses, and real-time energy. And after the event, share your interviews, your highlight pieces, and your deeper stories. The event gives you the spark, but everything around it is how you keep that fire burning. Here's my final thought. Events happen once, but their impact doesn't have to. When you plan intentionally, capture aggressively, and distribute intelligently, an event becomes more than a blip on a calendar. It becomes a quarter's worth of relevance, presence, and narrative. You only get that mix of people, energy, and access once. So walk in with the plan and walk out with a content engine. Or if all this sounds daunting to you, you could simply hire us at eventshark.io. We'll come in and handle all the work for you.